So yeah, things always used to eventually fall apart, but then they would fall into place. But when they fell into place, it wasn't an upgrade. It was the same quality. So, by my experience, and I don't take it on, I'm not going to speak it into being, but I think that a lot of people actually think that things are meant to stay the same, and then they don't accept that you are this new person, or they don't accept the breakthroughs you got. They don't accept these things until it's been like 5 years. Until you've maintained it for like 5 years, then they come to this consensus that it's official, that now you are now this person, when in a matter of fact you've been that person for 5 years and you've maintained it for 5 years, right? But a lot of people think that from my experience, a lot of people think that if you weren't the best at something, or you weren't earning this certain amount of money, or if someone was always more wealthier than you, or more popular than you, or had more friends than you, and was maybe when you met them, they were happier than you. There's other people thinking that, and then you start to improve your life, or you're pushing for it. You're pushing for it. It's like a big resistance wall from the expectations of society, because you're not doing what we expect of you, right? You're not settling or taking the spot that we've put out for you. You think that you deserve better, and then you maintain, and then you finally get the breakthrough after pushing hard. You get the breakthrough, and then you maintain it for 5 years, but you're always trying to improve. You're always trying to improve and then they bring up stuff that you got the breakthrough in like 5 years ago and say, okay, I admit it. And then I admit this and I admit that. The things that you got the breakthrough in 5 years ago and you've maintained for 5 years, they only just admit it then. And it's like, what? Like you even forgot about it, because it's just natural life, and it has been for such a long time. And really, again, I'm not speaking this into being. It's just that this is my life experience, what I've seen. I even had people once. These people were telling me that I wasn't a hard worker, because at the time I'd only been working full time all year round for 3 years. And so therefore I wasn't a hard worker yet. And then these same people came across me like 2 years later, and they said, "Yep, you're a hard worker now. Like, you're a hard worker now." It's been 5 years, and I've had that by countless people throughout my life. For me, it's like, if you've maintained something for 3 to 4 months, then you are that guy. You are the guy. It's just a matter of maintenance, maintaining it. There's been 15% battery, and someone honked their horn. Well, yeah. So signs of the breakthrough. I really do think it's just giving people comfort. But the thing is you got to have that mentality that you expect to win. I mean, you may have had to fight a lot harder when you're younger, but people still have that mentality of, when they say your name, or what people from your childhood, you had to put in a whole lot more effort. So now they expect that you're still that person, even though you're an adult. And then when you say you have autism or you have ADHD or something, they automatically, whatever these specialists that know nothing or not very much about autism or ADHD, and they thought they know so much in the 2000s when they really knew next to nothing. And people talk about how support started in the 80s. If they knew next to nothing, like if they were wrong, like 85 to 90% of the times, like you see these characters, let's say they're supposed to be autistic or ADHD, and it's the 2000s, and let's say they get 15% of the portrayal correct, and the other 85% is wrong. And you get to the 2010s, it's more like 30%, and you're getting up to like the late 2010s, it's more like 50%. It's like 50-50. 50% accurate, 50% wrong. So, but a lot of people who don't have autism or ADHD or don't have any siblings who are like that, or sexual partners that are like that, they still have the exact same opinion of what they were taught when they were young. So for my generation, it'll be the exact same opinion as what they had in the 2000s, which was like a 15%, out of all the characters of they had autism or ADHD, were like 15% accurate and 85% not accurate. From the 2000s, accurate portrayals would be Mozart and the Whale. What else was there? That's about it. Oh, there's others that were like partially correct, but like Guardians of the Galaxy. But then the other aspect of it being that they were emotionless, or they were factual, very factual rather than emotional. We feel our emotions very, very strongly, just like you've seen with me. But I make my decisions based on logic. I got a hold of my emotions. Obviously the Star Wars movies that came out in the 2000s, but that goes way back to the 80s, but even that's wrong, because they're portrayed as the villains. Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, and Stormtroopers. So yeah. But a lot of it's wrong. A lot of it's just like incorrect portrayals. I'm not saying autistic people can't be bad, but more often than not, they're the victims, right? So the ones who do start to act bad, it's just basically what everyone else has done to them, right? So they think it's a normal way to act. And it would be acceptable from most other people, or actually most other people wouldn't do it to each other, but they've done it to this person because it's acceptable to do it to this person. But when this person does it back, because he thinks that's the acceptable way, because that's what everyone was doing to him or her, and they think, oh, okay, and then they get in trouble for doing it to the exact same people, acting the same way. So yeah, Mozart and the Whale. ADHD would have to be Hey Arnold, Simpsons, and Malcolm in the Middle. And there's other ones because there's inattentive ADHD, hyperactive ADHD, and combined ADHD. I'm fidgeting my feet right now, so on the go, but I'm also very inattentive, so I like to be very active, but I'm also very inattentive, so maybe I've always thought I was inattentive. Maybe I'm combined. But autistic people love nature and going outside too, because it regulates our emotions. It's a dangerous environment, but it regulates our emotions because we just love nature, and nature is so soothing. And swimming and running and walking and gym, but your body can only do so much before it's tired. But it is great mentally. See you